Hey boys and girls, today we're going to be learning about maps and social studies. So I have a Studies Weekly magazine that I'm going to share with you today. This is called Maps. Here's the first page. Maps are drawings of places. Some maps help people find their way around. So think of maps that you have seen before. This little boy has a map right here, and that's the map of the world and all the different parts of the world. Some maps show boundaries between states or countries. A boundary is a line that shows where one place ends and another place begins. So you can see that Africa is all yellow, but where the green starts, that is a different country. So that's the boundary. And you can see all these black lines too. That shows you the boundary of that country and the places within that country. Most maps have a key to help you read them. A map key tells you what the symbols on the map stand for. An airplane shows where an airport is located. So here you can look at this map, and the map key right here, map key, it tells you what these things stand for. So if you see a 90, that's a highway. So the 90 is over here. If you see a 95, that's an interstate. So, or a 10, those are also interstates if you see a sign that looks like that. If you see this little waterway sign, that's where the water is. So you can see all the water here. And then the airport. Oh, the airport's up here because there's the little symbol of an airplane, and that's where the airport is. And what do you think all these lines are? Those black and white lines are roads. Those are different roads that are going through that state. North, south, east, and west are cardinal directions. Do you see something that looks like a star below the map? So right here, you can see it sort of looks like a star. It has north, south, east, west, and it even has northeast, southeast, southwest, and northwest. And that helps you when you're reading a map. That is a compass rose. It tells directions or which way to go. Put your finger on Birmingham, Alabama on the map. Which way would you go to get from Birmingham to the other cities on the map? So Birmingham is right here in the middle. And if I were to go to Nashville, I'd go up here, so that is north. I'm going up. If I were to go down to Pensacola, Florida, that would be south. If I were to go to the right here, from Birmingham to Atlanta, Georgia, that's going to the east. And if I were to go from Birmingham to Little Rock, Arkansas, that would be to the west. Maps and globes can show what the land on Earth looks like. This map shows landforms. Landforms are the shapes of the land. Landforms are things like mountains, valleys, deserts, and beaches. Look at the map. How many landforms do you see? So let's see. Let's count how many landforms. Let's see. I see some mountains. So all of these little pyramid shapes here around everywhere, that's mountains. So I see mountains. Oh, all these little blue lines here, those are rivers. So we had mountains and we have rivers. That's 2 so far. Let's see, are there any lakes? Oh, I see lots of lakes over by Michigan. See all those lakes? So that's another one. That's 3. What other landforms do we see? Do we see any deserts? It's hard to tell where the deserts are. Sometimes the deserts will have little dots like this, and that would be a desert. And then beaches would be along the coast or along the lakes. We have some islands out here. This is Hawaii. So there are some landforms that we see on this map. All right, now what you're going to do is you're going to do an activity that will help you learn more about maps.